time I ever saw
when Louis Gates
bad.
Jr. sees a cop with his hand on the gun, on the butt of the gun, saying, "Sir, I need you to step away from your own fucking house." He just remembers. He remembers whites only fucking signs and all that stuff, and it drives him crazy. And so that's just everybody brings their own thing to it. I personally think that America's working remarkably well considering all that. And I'm not saying that there's here's the thing. I say it's understandable that certain older black people have an edge on them because of history, and then you take it to that it's an excuse for violence and murder.
Well,
but it's not. But I'm not thinking of that, and I do. But and again, it's just really fascinating that's your perspective because of what's going on with you in your life.
Just,
you're being thrown. By the way, Louis Gates Jr. I think from what I know, and I was there. I'm just going to keep adding to the mess.
You were there.
I'm just going to keep adding to the fucking mess. I was there. I am Louis Gates Jr.
I knew it.
And when I saw that cop. No, he acted wrongly. No matter what. Look, I got pulled over by a cop recently, and I was with my kids. This cop was a dick.
Okay.
And he was a young man. That's the thing. That's the other thing that's like everything in your life adds to what's happening in your moment. The cop in this story was a young man. When you get older and you get pulled over by a 22-year-old who likes having a gun, it just bothers you. It just bothers you as a person.
See, it shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. Is absolutely right.
It bothers all of us, though.
When I got pulled over by this cop recently, I had my kids in the car, and he doesn't. I know he doesn't have kids, and I don't think there's certain people where they have a kid radar, like they just have a sense of there's kids here. Yeah. That changes how you act, and some people are like, no, they don't. And then later they'll have kids and look back and go, oh, geez,
She have identification on her?
Yeah, exactly. He comes up to my fucking car. Two cops. I passed a guy. A guy was drifting into the left turn lane close to an intersection.
You don't have to make it sound good for me, Louis.
So I assume that he's going to make a left, so I move to the right of him, pass him on the right, and then he changes his mind and goes into a gas station.
Oh, shit.
On the right. Mm-hmm. So I get pulled over by two state troopers, like they needed two fucking cars, and they come to each side, and they both have their fucking hands. There's the hand on the gun thing is important, but some guys do it civilly, and these guys looked fucking hostile, and my kids looked
scared. Daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Okay.
Middle of the day. 9 in the morning.
Could they see you?
Yeah, I'm very white. I'm driving an Infiniti, and it doesn't have spinning rims. There's no loud music.
Kids are scared.
I'm a balding white man.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And my kids are like, but Daddy, you're white. So the cop comes over and he goes, you know what you did. And I go, well, I'm not sure, honestly. You passed somebody on the right. And I go, oh, well, I thought he was going, like he did that. He had his blinker on. And I go, you know what, sir? I didn't see the blinker, but I assume you're probably right. I probably just had exercised some bad judgment. Like, I'm just trying to get to the fucking ticket.
Right, get to the point.
What's with that inspection sticker? How come the hole isn't punched? I don't know. I went to a gas station and got an Yeah, you're supposed to have the hole punched. I go, was I supposed to punch it in my actual... And he goes, he reaches in and rips my, he goes, this is coming with me, and rips my inspection sticker off.
Are you shitting me?
Which is putting me now in, like, I got to drive around without a sticker till I get one.
That guy's a fucking asshole.
He's being an asshole.
Right.
But I still recognize that my role is respect the law, get the paperwork from him. Yes, sir. Get the paperwork.
And it looks like you got a headlight out, boy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess I shouldn't have had that headlight out, officer. I'm collecting information. I'm getting my paperwork. I'm going to go to court, and I'm going to fight it, and I won't pay for these tickets.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm driving around. Meanwhile, I got to worry about getting pulled over all the time because nobody has inspection stations upstate because the economy is shit. Yeah. And you go to a gas station and go, we don't do inspections anymore. Ripped it off.
What a prick.
Didn't wait for me to explain anything to him or whatever. Just fucking.
Well, that's just a cock.
But still, my role is to act respectful to police, and I'm sure that. So I think that Louis Gates acted. It's wrong to just start yelling. You just don't get to do that, even if you are in your own house, even if you're being arrested for doing nothing, even if you're being totally, no, he was right. It's not fair. But but I understand it. That's all. I understand. I empathize with.
He was being extremely belligerent to an officer who was, from what they say, and from certain radio transmissions, that was being as polite as possible to this gentleman, answering a call to a burglary in progress. He gets there, and then he's accused of being a racist, and then the professor starts talking about his mama and shit like that.
Yeah, but here's the other thing, too, though. It's like there's so many parts of this that are like part of the... This is such a... I think these kinds of things are always good. I think this is a positive thing because it's a conversation the whole country has. And talking about this kind of thing
this is what I was
pure
going to
positive.
Say,
I think it's all good.
I was going to say this before. I don't think it is because I think it shows just how close to the surface all this shit is bubbling.
Of course,
and how
it's
just this fine veneer of spackle.
Yeah, but talking is better than...
but it can't hurt to talk about it.
Talking is better than bubbling, and I think that it's important for people to know what it's like to be a guy like Louis Gates and what it's like to be like this cop and go into the morass of racism every time you answer any kind of a call. Must be very frustrating.